Before this video starts, I want you to go and pour yourself a drink. If you're of age, obviously. If you're not, then please do not go do that. We can play this together. If you want to say the answer, send me it on Instagram. If you don't want to, take a shot. That's the game. No, I've actually just created a game there. That is the game. So you're playing along with me. Every single one of you. Every single one of you. You're playing along with me. Cheers. Grab yourself a drink. Hello. A little bit of a different video today. I've got my gin. I've got my little shot glass. This is actually pathetic. I don't even know if this is a shot. I'm pretty sure it's like half a shot, but these are my Tory shot glasses. And I'm filming a say it or shot it. Basically, if you've not watched a say it or shot it video before, what it is I ask for loads of questions on my Instagram, and if I can answer the question, I don't have to take a shot. But if I don't want to answer the question, aka if I want to avoid it, I've got to take a shot. I've got passion fruit liqueur, I nearly said lacquer then, I don't know why, and tequila rosé, and my little Tory shot glass. I know my roots need doing, but we're in isolation, there's nothing I can do about it. I've got quite a lot of strange, perverted questions which I'm not going to answer, so if that's what you're here for, then I'm sorry Darren, but you've wasted your time. How much money do you make from YouTube? Don't think I'm gonna answer that one, just because my friends ask me about money or stuff. I'm quite open with it, but when it's complete strangers, I do find it a little bit rude. Like, I just don't think it's a good idea. I think it can rub people the wrong way, especially because it's like perceived as like easy money. Cheers. Oh god. What is your strangest addiction? Do I have any strange addictions? I think I do. What would I say is my strangest addiction? Oh, I know what my strange addiction is. Right, so I get waxes done. If you don't exfoliate properly, you can get some quite nasty ingrown hairs that come back through. Like, they're very, very painful. But I absolutely love getting rid of ingrown hairs, like, especially when it goes into a spot and you can like pop it and then like the hair just pings out of it. That's disgusting, but I just like doing it. I just think it's really therapeutic. Like, I just sit and just get rid of my ingrown hairs. I like doing it. I almost don't exfoliate as much as I should because I low-key kind of miss it when I don't get them. The biggest argument that you have ever been in. I'm not the kind of person that's gonna sit and like, or stand like in a club or like be out anywhere and like shout at someone and scream in someone's face. Like, that's just not me. And if anyone gets upset in front of me, I always feel really bad and apologise straight away. So I've had big fallouts which I could speak about, but I just feel like that those whole situations are just like dead in the water now. I'm not bothered by it anymore, and I've got no hard feelings to like any of the people that I have fallen out with, so I'm not even going to rehash it all up. I think I'm just going to take a shot. Do you know what I mean? Oh, what is your biggest regret? So I know people say you shouldn't regret anything in life because it makes you the person that you are, blah blah blah, but I think there's certain situations that have made me the person that I am, not in a good way. I'm gonna say my biggest regret is my first boyfriend. I was with him since I was like, when did we start speaking? I was like 13 or 14 when we started speaking, and then I think I was in year 11 when stuff like ended like for good, or maybe I was in year 10, I can't remember, but he was an absolute arsehole. Remember really vividly, I was FaceTiming him and he was with one of his friends, and my room used to be really different to this. So my bed used to be like against my window. No, my bed used to be against my wall and my desk used to be against my window. So I was sat at my desk chair on FaceTime to him and he was with his friend, and my sister and my friend Millie were sat on my bed. And he was just hurling abuse at me, like being really nasty. Like, he used to call me anorexic, he used to like literally be like awful towards me. And I just sat and cried, and like he laughed at me crying on FaceTime. And my sister and Millie were looking at me like, put the phone down, and I was just like, and then I put the phone down eventually, and then they were like, you're gonna break up with him? And I was like, yeah. And then the next day we were like, we'd sorted it all out and we were back together. If you're like really young and you're watching this, do not get into a relationship or like even try before the age of like 16, I would say. Like, you're just too impressionable. Not that everyone, like, because people mature at different ages and stuff, but I was just way too impressionable and very easy to mould. Like, I feel like that was like my moulding age, and it's like moulded me into the way I am now, which is not always good. But yeah, that's my biggest regret. So many people ask this, so I'm just going to answer. Body count, how many people have you slept with? I'm not sure why people are so interested in this. To me, it doesn't matter. I'm very much of the mindset that like virginity is kind of like a social construct, and it's not that big of a deal. Obviously wait until you are like the right age and that it's all legal and it's all good in the hood, but I believe that it's made out to be more than what it is, sort of thing. And it's the same with body counts. I don't really think it matters. I think men get away with a lot more than girls do still. Yeah, I'm going to answer the question because I don't really care. My body count is 7. That's going to be very disappointing for some people, because I just know that the people that have asked this have asked it expecting it to be more, and it's not. So, worst brand you have worked with. I've not worked with many brands because I'm very, very fussy. Things can get very just like, why are you even working with that brand? Like, if it doesn't make sense and it doesn't fit with like the stuff I'm interested in, I don't see the point in taking it. Like, as a lot of people do, I get quite a lot of things offered, and I would say like 80% of it I'm like no, because it makes literally no sense. I can't actually think of a bad brand that I've worked with, because I've only really worked with Alphalete properly. But yeah, there isn't a worst brand in my opinion, so I'll take a shot because I feel like I shouldn't have picked the question, but I did. So, do you make money from your Instagram? No, I am yet to make a single penny from my Instagram. I've never done a sponsored post or anything like that. No, I've never made a single penny from my Instagram. Any future fillers or cosmetic procedures planned? Again, no. I don't want anything else. If you've watched my video about my breast augmentation, I've very much changed my mind about cosmetic procedures, stuff like that. I'm just not, it's not something I'm really interested in anymore. The only thing I will probably get done is when my lips go down, which I don't think will be anytime soon. I will probably get them topped up, but yeah. I also want Invisalign for my teeth, but I don't know if that comes under cosmetic, because I was meant to get braces when I was younger. Nothing else. I'd never ever ever, I'm gonna say this on camera so I never do it, I would never ever ever get a BBL. Ever. Never. I can't go back on my word now because this is out there for everyone to see. I would never do that. Opinions on Tala. I know why I've been asked this, because I've not been very complimentary about them on Instagram when people have asked me about them on questions and stuff when I've done it. I just want to make this very clear. This is nothing against Grace as a person. I know that obviously she works with Genflow on her brands. I don't know if she does with Tala, but I know that she does with BND. I think the reasoning behind it is good. I think the idea is good. I think the execution has been poor. I bought a pair of leggings and a zip up top. I've still got the zip up top. I do like it. It's not the comfiest thing in the world. It's not very soft. It's quite a rough material. It reminds me of like the Gymshark Energy Seamless leggings, where it's not very soft. It's like rough and like thick. And I had the Zinnia leggings. Loved them when I first got them, and then I wore them a few times and I realised that I just don't get it, because they make everyone else's bum look so good, but they squished me so bad, like, and mine ripped at the seam. And a lot of people have had the same issue with those leggings, so I feel like there might be a bit of a quality issue. Launching t-shirts tomorrow and I low-key kind of want to buy some, so I think I might. Yeah, they're my opinions on Tala. I wouldn't say it's that controversial. I think quite a lot of people can see from the Instagram and stuff that they do have issues, but hopefully they'll work on it. The name of the influencer who was rude to you. Oh. So I'm going to give the background story for anyone who doesn't follow me on Instagram very quickly. I messaged someone who is an influencer. He wouldn't like to be called an influencer, and I messaged him just asking him about this girl I'd seen promoting this like ketone product, and I was like, is this rubbish? Because like I don't know anything about it. When I was 19, so like a year and a half ago I'd say, it was like, yeah, it's rubbish, blah blah blah. I wasn't expecting him to reply because he had quite a lot of followers at the time. He's got more now, but he did reply and he was like, yeah, it's all rubbish, blah blah blah. And I was like, right. And then he was like, oh, so what do you do then? Are you a personal trainer? And at the time I wasn't, so I was like, no, I'm just at uni studying, blah blah blah. I've just got an interest in fitness. And then he was like, oh, how old are you? And as soon as he said that, I was like, oh, for God's sake. And I was like, oh, I'm 19. And he then sent me a video. It wasn't even a message, just being like, oh, you are like way too young, like get out the DMs, like joking and stuff. But it made me feel quite awkward, so I just felt like I'm gonna have to say this. So I was like really polite, and I was like, oh no, I'm sorry, like I wasn't like sliding in the DMs, I just genuinely wanted to ask you a question. And he was like then very like rude towards me, like very rude. I'm not gonna name him just because I feel like someone would send this to him and he would watch it, because I feel like he's got a lot of spare time at the moment. So I ain't even going there. Fakest influencers slash YouTubers, I wouldn't know. I've not met any. So does that mean I have to take a shot? Oh my god, I didn't take a shot about my last one. That's for the influencer who was rude, and this one is for, what's this for? Fakest influencers slash YouTubers. Haven't met any, so I can't answer the question, so I guess it's a shot. Weirdest slash most embarrassing sex experience. I'm not gonna say the experience, but I'm gonna say it was with my friend Ellis, and it was just very awkward. But we're like best friends now. People are like, how can you be friends, like you've slept together? But I don't really find it to be an issue at all, to be honest. So we're like besties now. We only slept together once, so it's all water under the bridge, do you know what I mean? I shotted because I didn't actually say what the experience was, because that's between me and him. Most embarrassing moment of your life. Something you cringe at when you think about it. Oh my god, I know. Anyone who went to my school will remember this day if you were in school at the same time as me, because oh my god, it was the most embarrassing thing I've ever done in my life. I've actually got a scar. I don't know if it'll show up on camera, but I've got a scar like there. I don't know if you can see that. It's like a dark bit of skin from where I took all my skin off. So it was sports day. Obviously I love the gym and stuff now, but I've never been a sporty person. I've never played sports. I've never enjoyed things like running, stuff like that. But for some reason one year we all like had to do it. Like we all got like railroaded into doing it. So I was like, all right, I'll do a sprint thingy then. And I think it was 1 lap. I don't know how long that is. And I was shitting myself. I was so anxious. I was like, oh my god, I don't want to do it. I was sat on the field all day. I was like, I really don't want to do it. I really don't want to do it. Really don't want to do it. And then everyone was like, you'll be fine, you'll be fine, you'll be fine. So step up to the line. The whistle is blown to begin running. I run probably about 2 steps and face plant onto the floor. When I say face plant, I mean with force. It had not rained for like ages, so falling onto grass was like falling onto concrete. It was rock hard. I just laid there face down in the mud because everyone else was on the field watching like the races and stuff, because everyone else would come out to watch. So there was a lot of other people out on the field. I just laid there face down, didn't even move. Millie and Bethan, I think it was Millie and Bethan, were like running in the same race thingy as me, and they said that they were running and they just kept on looking behind like, why the fuck is she not getting off the floor? But then I could taste like blood in my mouth, and I was like, I don't want to get up because I just know that I've done something to my face and it's going to be bad. And then someone like came over and got me up off the ground, and then I went to the first aid room. I bust my lip, I grazed my nose, I got one of those massive lumps on my forehead, and I took all the skin off my arm. and the whole school witnessed me do that is the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. It was just embarrassing. I hated it. I hated it. And everyone, like, I will never live that down. Like, anyone who saw me do that day, I feel like that's engraved in everyone's brain. And it was just so embarrassing. What's your theory about that fucking bitch down in Florida, Carole Baskin? Well, who knows what happened. He definitely ended up in the Mincer. 100%. Okay, quite a few people asked this one, so I'm gonna answer this one. Has any famous person slid into your DMs, and if so, who? There's been a couple. One was a footballer, but I can't remember his name because I didn't actually know who the hell he was. I just saw that he had a verified tick, so I said to, I think I was in sixth form at the time, so I said to the lads, like, who is this? And they were like, oh my god, like, reply. Like, reply, you need to reply. He was a footballer. I can't say his name because I don't know who it was. The person that springs to mind though isn't famous himself. He is related to someone very famous and very closely related to someone very famous. But I'm not gonna say because I don't wanna. I'm not gonna say. I could say. I don't think he'd watched. No, I'm not gonna say. But he is related to someone very famous. Very closely related to someone very famous. And we have had multiple conversations. It stopped a few months ago because he kept on asking me to go to London, and I kept on being like, basically I was stalling. I was just like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then I never went, so his relative is incredibly famous. And that's all I'm gonna say on that. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, then give it a thumbs up. If you want me to do more like just chilled chatty videos or like Q&As like this, or another say I'll shot it, because let's be honest, I'm not going out on the weekends for the next 2 months or however long this goes on for, so we can drink together on a weekend, guys. We can have a little party. Let me know. Subscribe if you want to and you haven't already, and follow me on the gram. Follow me on TikTok as well. I'm on TikTok now. I'm a TikTok queen. Stay inside, stay safe. Bye.